Hello everyone, I'm Chris Williams from Read Comics They're Bad For You, the name of my YouTube channel. Or if you're watching this on BitChute, the name of my BitChute channel is Comic Freak. Today we're going to be talking about how almost everyone at College Humor lost their jobs today. Yes, College Humor, that mediocre comedy site that went far left and went woke and now is completely broke, is now dead. I have to say they deserve it, because for years people on these sites who wrote articles would disparage anyone who disagreed with them. But let's look into this article and see how the fall of College Humor happened. Layoffs have come for another online comedy outlet, one that has managed to survive on the internet despite challenges for nearly 20 years. Multiple sources have confirmed to Vulture that College Humor was hit with a big round of layoffs today, which a rep for its parent company IAC has confirmed about 100 employees in New York and Los Angeles have lost their jobs, with Bloomberg noting that around 5 to 10 people will remain at the company as it restructures under the supervision of CCO Sam Reach, who explained the news on Twitter. I used to go on College Humor, but not for years, not since they went woke. And I've noticed that on a bunch of other sites like Cracked and the like went woke and basically became unreadable by anyone, because I quit Cracked because it constantly made, disparaging comments about men and just plain white men as well, just because they were what they were, white men. And if you were black and you were male, you'd also get disparaged if you were just happened to disagree with anyone on the site. So, bad news with a twist. IAC, our parent company, has made the difficult decision to no longer finance us today. 100 plus brilliant people lost their jobs, some of whom are my dear friends. Hire them. Hire the people that basically wrecked the company that, they were working at. Yeah, I guess a lot of employers would want employees like that, right? The twist, however, is that IAC has agreed to let me run with the company myself. In words that I'm sure are as surreal to read as they are to type, I will soon become the new majority owner of CH Media. Of course, I can't keep it going like you were used to. While we were on the way to becoming profitable, we were nevertheless losing money, and I myself have no money to be able to lose. Oh yeah, I'm sure you were becoming profitable. How much money you were losing just testifies to that, right? Long story short, I need your support now more than ever. The number one way you can support me is to stay subscribed to Dropout. We have 6 months worth of content still to release. Dimension 20, Game Changer, breaking news and more. Dropout 2.0 launches at the end of the month, and along with it came 2 long-desired features. A, downloads, and B, international Discord access. And I'm sure you're just going to give us the same old content that basically buried your company, right? Oh yes. We're going to come read College Humor, the same drab comedy that's been basically losing subscribers for years, just so we can be disparaged and talked down to by people who think we're racists and misogynists, right? For years, your comedy site has been losing subscribers, in fact, bleeding them badly as if you were a dying animal, and you expect us to keep on with this site and continue with you, even though, for the most part, we don't find you funny at all anymore. In these 6 months, I hope to be able to save Dropout, College Humor, Drawfee, Dorkly, and many of our shows. Some will need to take on bold new creative directions in order to survive. You may not agree with all of them, and this won't be the last time I ask for your support. What, you want us to pay you money now, even more than what you're already asking? Is that it? I will, however, do my very best to stay true to the talent shows, fans, and principles that got us where we are today. We dropped out once before we can do it again. Independent comedy lives on, just now more independent gulp than ever before. Yeah, you're going to keep doing what you were doing that got you fired and basically the company wrecked, huh? That's what you just said, huh? If you want to do independent comedy, that's good. But don't expect anyone to pay for it, especially if you're going to keep up doing with what you were doing that got your company, disbarred and disbanded. I'm not sure if this Dropout thing you have to pay a subscription fee for it, but it sounds like it to me, but I'm not quite sure. But I would not pay for anything from College Humor. College Humor, which also runs the streaming comedy service Dropout, has been owned by Barry Diller's IAC Interactive Corp since 2006. IAC also owns the video site Vimeo, several dating sites and apps like Match.com and Tinder, and the news site The Daily Beast. According to a Bloomberg report from October, IAC has been exploring a possible sale of College Humor in recent months. After Reach takes over, IAC will reportedly retain a minority stake in the company. So, Reach is going to be running the company, but he's still going to have a boss, even though he's mostly doing everything for it and working his ass off. That just sounds like hell to me. I mean, it sounds like you own the company, but not actually. It sounds like you're basically renting it from IAC Reach. But then again, I'm not quite sure what a minority stake in a company is. Maybe they don't actually own the company. Maybe Reach actually does. Sam was the best choice to acquire CH Media and define its next chapter. A representative for IAC said in a statement, "The decision places CH Media with an owner who is beloved by fans, passionate about the business, and sees a future we believe in." God, this business speak, it's so annoying, and the spin doctrine is, well, through the roof. Every article I read like this always has the spin doctrine. Does anyone actually believe anything that these people ever say? Unfortunately, layoffs and even complete shutdowns have been a trend for internet comedy outlets in recent years. Several rounds of layoffs took place at Funny or Die between 2016 and 2018, including the closure of the company's San Mateo engineering office and its New York office, as well as layoffs of its entire editorial team in early 2018, which preceded its partnership with Fox Media's platform later that year. NBC's Universal's streaming comedy service, Seeso, suffered an even steeper decline, shutting down in 2017. After less than 2 years, and then Turner's comedy site Super Deluxe shut down in 2018. This is all to say that it's tougher than ever to survive as an online comedy outlet these days, especially for original video, but College Humor has managed to stick around since 1999, which is an accomplishment all on its own. Yes, it survived 20 years, but it went out with a whimper. Isn't that much of an accomplishment. I give it credence that it was one of the first comedy sites online, at least I think so. But considering what it turned into, like all the other comedy sites that got co-opted by the leftists and turned into basically nothing but dogma and basically nothing to read but the Communist Manifesto in the form of comedy articles. Well, come on here. If you read these articles from Cracked or, well, College Humor, sometimes you have to wonder why they even bother making any kind of articles and trying to be funny. They should just keep repeating the same things and just reprint the Communist Manifesto over and over again, because that's what they actually want to do, because reading these articles was such a chore and a pain in the final years. That, and I'm even more sure that people just loved the articles basically insulting them, calling them racists and misogynists, that women could do no harm to anyone, that they weren't capable of abusing children and the like, because that's what these articles would usually go on about, and how evil white men would just beat women and make their lives utterly miserable. And black men would also get the whip, because if they dare say or walk off the plantation that these SJWs neatly had prepared for them, basically make these men their purse puppies, because that's what they usually went with minorities. They didn't want anyone to basically call them out on anything. All they wanted was a smiling black man to stand by their side and nod every time they said something that the man should nod to. Is it any wonder these comedy sites are failing? It's because they were co-opted by leftists and then turned into nothing but propaganda factories. No one should visit these so-called comedy sites, because there was no way in the final years of their activity that they were making anybody laugh. If you like this video, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube is going around unsubscribing people, so make sure you are still subscribed. If you're watching my videos but you have not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, Read Comics They're Bad For You, then go over to BitChute and subscribe to my BitChute channel, Comic Freak. Hit that bell for notifications, hit that like button, and leave some comments down below. And if you could you also please share this video? Share it on Twitter, share it on Facebook, and share it on Reddit. Share it anywhere you think it'll do the most good, because because YouTube is not going around promoting their own YouTube creators anymore, and it would really help me if you could please share this video. Now, listen closely, it's plug-in time again. Keep checking back in all my future videos for more information on my own upcoming independent comic book, Scumdogs. I'm Chris Williams, and I'll be back again tomorrow with another video or review.